Hey guys, today's video is for my TEM class. So my first piece of technology that I've ever used when I was a child was something called a leapfrog. That was basically like the iPad of like 2005 or something like that. I mean, I was 6 at that, or I was like 5 or 6 at that time. The second piece of technology that I've ever had was my very first cell phone. I don't remember exactly what kind of cell phone it was. I just know that it had an antenna. It was a little tiny brick cell phone about this big, maybe smaller, and it had a little antenna that extended like this far off on the off the phone. But it was my favorite thing ever because I could flip the antenna and I could call people. You couldn't text on it. It had no ability to text, and it didn't have an LED screen or anything like that. I think it had like an LCD screen, so it didn't show any colors. It just had one color, gray and green. That was the other color. Yeah, that was my second piece of technology. The next few pieces of technology that I had was my flip phone. I had an LG flip phone. It was my first flip phone that I could text people on, and then I went from an LG flip phone to like an LG flip phone with a keyboard, which was even better because you could text even faster on it. But I never really texted people on it because I didn't have any friends. Or the reason why he needed me to have a cell phone was so I could text him when I was on the bus, and that was it, or when I needed to come home. And that was the only reason why I had a cell phone, in case I needed to get a hold of him. And I didn't have any friends. It didn't have any internet for sure. Now to the age of smartphones. So now I have a Samsung Illusion. It was about this big, maybe bigger. I don't know. It was about this big, and that was my first ever smartphone. I had that phone for 5 years, and I use that thing all the time. Google, Skype, Facebook, YouTube, you name it. I had it on there. That was my peak of technology use, just having a smartphone. My very next phone were a couple of Droids by Motorola. So I had those. Those were even better because those were off of 4G, and it was great because I had really fast internet and I could sit there and Google and YouTube whatever the heck I wanted right off my phone wherever I wanted. And that was awesome, especially having a little 3G Samsung Illusion for 5 years. Both of those phones only lasted 1 year. And then finally, after much debate and long waiting, I finally got a Samsung S7, and I'm actually supposed to be getting an S8 very soon. But now I have the Samsung S7, which is supposedly right beside the newest iPhone, and now I have internet, I have YouTube, I have a camera that works really well, and it's a really cool phone, man. I mean, it's great. And wait till I get the S8. But now that I have a better phone that's a lot faster than the ones I've ever used before, and now that it has a better camera and everything, I can do whatever I want with it. I can use social media and everything like that, right on my phone. But if I had to compare the technology that I used as a child and the technology I used now and how I used it, I'd have to say that technology that I've used in the past is definitely primitive to what I've used, to what I'm using now, especially ever since, companies have started coming out with amazing technology and good stuff like that. But I say that when I was using technology as a child, I never really, I mean, I always played with it all the time. I mean, I was a little kid, all the little kids, they all play with, the technology, but I played with this more, than I played with this more than any toy, any Lego set, any, action figure that I've ever bought. This is my toy, this is my $500, $600 toy, and this is what I play with all day long now. So, I mean, technology, the technology that I use from today, or from when I was a child to today, is definitely a drastic difference to what I'm used to. So, All right, so that's all I'm going to say for today. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.